Drew Bear. Drew Bear is our next author, and they wrote a shit ton. Yeah, they wrote a lot. I remember this person was writing a lot. Pardon me. Like I said, I was tired the last couple of days, and it seems to still be affecting me. 2280 is the most recent one. The last one we read from them, which was the cow. The extra nightly cow, yes. Yes. The big pitch black cow that just absorbs. I forgot about the cow. Oh man. Okay, Drew Bear. You wrote that one, but now we're reading your work called Maxwell Phoenix. No, Maxwell's Phoenix. So it's a phoenix that belongs to Maxwell, eh? Of your class Euclid, special containment procedures, SB2347 is kept in the standard humanoid containment cell, which is to be kept at 50 to 55 degrees Celsius at all times. All interactions with SB2347 are to be performed by telepresence robots, and there is a 10-meter buffer zone surrounding the containment cell, which must be kept free of any warm-blooded animals alive outside of testing procedures. SB2347 is not allowed any food, drink, or hygiene substances less than 45 degrees Celsius in temperature. In the event of a containment breach, SB2347 may be subdued with standard non-lethal human threat neutralization protocols. If standard protocols are not feasible or otherwise ineffective, personnel are instructed to rapidly decrease the temperature of the environment surrounding SB2347, preferably to a minimum of 15 degrees Celsius, until Phase 2 has completed. This method is not recommended as primary procedures due to the high risk of the collateral damage, and if enacted, all personnel should maintain a minimum distance of 10 meters until Phase 2 has completed. Description. SB2347 is genetically human male capable of involuntary heat transmission and exothermic self-resurrection. Aside from its involuntary properties, SB2347 physically and functionally identical to a baseline non-anomalous human requires standard feeding and medical care. SB2347's properties can be divided into two phases. The length of Phase 1 is dependent upon environmental factors and has been observed to last from as little as 17 minutes up to 37 days. During this phase, the thermal equilibrium process of the environment immediately surrounding SB2347 is reversed such that SB2347 experiences a net gain in heat while the environs experience a net loss of heat if SB2347 is warmer than the environs. And the reverse occurs if SB2347's body temperature is colder than the environs. Okay, so you have to keep basically his body heat in check, because if he's warmer than the environment, then I guess he absorbs the heat away and increases his own. The rate of transfer is proportional to the ambient temperature and is at its minimum at 53 to 55% degrees Celsius. SB2347 has been observed to experience hypothermia symptoms when the ambient temperature is greater than 65 degrees Celsius. Can you imagine getting hypothermia in extreme heat? I would hate my body if that happened. I'd be like, what the hell, man? Why are you doing this? Once SB2347 has transferred a sufficient amount of heat, enough to increase its body temperature to approximately 40 to 43 degrees Celsius, fever level, it will much more than fever level, that's like a couple degrees higher, too high. It will spontaneously combust. All soft tissues will increase in temperature to a minimum of 150 degrees Celsius in less than 1 second, and will maintain this temperature until all soft tissues have been converted to ash. Fire control measures are able to minimize damage to the surrounding environment, but are unable to prevent the consumption of SB2347. Once SB2347 has completed the combustion event, it will enter Phase 2. It will explode. All bony structures remaining remaining will maintain a maximum distance of 0.8 meters from each other and will slowly move in order to reconstruct a normal human skeletal configuration over the course of 24 hours. It's currently not known whether SCP-2347 would regenerate in this manner following immolation from other fire-based anomalies such as 1179 or 1641. Good question. Once the reconstruction is complete, the skeletal remains will experience a brief period of extreme heat transfer, reducing the temperature of the surrounding environments by as much as 25 degrees Celsius in less than 3 seconds. This results in the reappearance of SCP-2347 naked and unharmed. Of course, he ends up naked. He combusted. His clothes can, unless you have some clothes that can survive superheat. SCP-2347 has no unusual physical resilience to thermal extremes or unusual pain capacity. Based on observation and self-reports, SCP-2347 fully experiences its immolation events as non-anomalous human would. It is intensely averse to experiencing these events and is fully cooperative with Foundation efforts to minimize their frequency. He's like basically like, please just help me stop combusting all over the place. I beg of you, I don't want it anymore. I'm done. It hurts. Shit hurts me, man. Please make it stop. You have the power of the Human Torch, but it only happens when you are warmer than your environment. And also the combustion hurts you. Actually, it's quite painful. So you gain nothing of this power. Absolutely nothing. You're just screwed. Like you're like, yeah, okay. My God, that must suck though. Like I said, like he can get hypothermia because he might be in a room of 65 degrees Celsius heat. I would be so annoyed with my body. I'd be like, what do you want from me? If I'm in a room that's too cold, I just absorb all the heat. If I'm in a room that's too hot, I suddenly have hypothermia. What's the hell, man? Just let me live. That's all I'm asking for.